Friends, in this video for ITHOUGHTWEALTH, I'm going to talk to you on the topic managing FINFLUENCE. You're all familiar with financial influencers. They are the people who want you to think the way they wish. Influence is something which is constantly peddled because it gives you power over another person. When I came to the market, there was no social media, but FINFLUENCE was very much there. The first thing I learned when I came to market is that investors always want to make others buy the shares they already own. That was my first brush with FINFLUENCE, and that has remained to this day. There is never a moment when you meet an investor, discuss ideas, and at some point realize that he's coming down a little hard on you to make you see the merits of the stock that he last bought, or make you like the stock he owns. FINFLUENCE is a very natural thing that comes to all investors, you, me, everybody. We all want others to like what we like. We want them to participate in those ideas which we like and own. We want their participation to help us in some way. So, we want more people to be on our journey to make our journey safer and more fun or more certain. But FINFLUENCE always comes with certain risks. When you are told that a stock will surely go up by somebody about whom you don't know enough, you have never had the opportunity to know enough, and what you see looks very glamorous and believable, then you tend to straight away accept it. And if you are the kind who is already anxious for new ideas, who wants to somehow improve his idea set and bring that idea set into his investing so that he can raise his returns, getting influenced or FINFLUENCed is very easy. One of the first lessons I learned as an investor, and I must thank the people who mentored me in those early years, was to develop my own ideas, use FINFLUENCE to learn what I don't know about the company, to gain experience which they may already have, either invested in that company or in similar companies or in similar industries, and to take that learning into my investing. So it's not that we were told to avoid FINFLUENCers or to avoid FINFLUENCE as a concept. What I was taught was to use it positively, constructively. So while we talk to so many people, hear their ideas, there is also a need for a defense mechanism against getting overly influenced or pushed too hard. That defense mechanism will come on automatically when you talk to a person and you find that they are coming a little too aggressively on you. And investors can be very, very aggressive. They can be very pushy, especially with their investment ideas. I'm not saying this as if I'm an exception to this. If I start talking about my ideas to everybody, I would probably do the same thing. Which is why one of the early learnings I had was to avoid doing that. But there are some times when you try to take an idea and think that you're going to discuss it educatively, but it doesn't work well, especially in the public domain. So when I look at the number of people who are so confident about everything they speak, I feel that FINFLUENCE today is far more aggressive than it was when I began investing. To the point that I feel that a lot of FINFLUENCE is violent. It's trying to bully people into acting in a certain way. So you have screenshots, you have elaborate videos which explain the greatness of companies, You have people tweeting constantly about particular themes or companies. You have cult following for such influencers. Such influence is adored by followers. People latch on to every word of what the person says. It's almost reverential, like you see in front of Godmen. And people give more respect to influencers than they probably give their parents. Such is the affinity and dependence that people are developing towards finfluence as a concept and towards finfluences. Now, I told you at the beginning of this video that I was taught to stay away from this. But ironically, I am also very much in the middle of this drama and circus. I am very much talking to the same audience. I am probably talking things concerning the same subjects. And in some way or the other, my thoughts may also affect people in different ways. So it's very, very important for me to ensure that I don't take people in a direction which doesn't make them comfortable or leaves them in a difficult position. Which is why discussing companies or coming down too hard on the audience with how I like specific companies is something that I try to consciously avoid. And when your companies are doing well, it's natural for people to think that anything that you speak on any company will become a successful discussion. It's not so. But the people who are listening to you don't know that, and this is something that I realized, and that made me even more cautious and circumspect. The last few days have created huge drama involving finfluencers. And we are also going to have a regulation tell us a lot more on how we should deal with finfluencers, how they should deal with us, and how this whole subject should function. It's important that investors wake up to their problems associated with blindly following another person. It is important for us to realize that not everything that is told to us is true. We must learn to do our own research to validate anything that we hear from another person. And we must avoid blindly following anybody. Eventually, the best influence on yourself can come from you. It can come only from you. You are your best companion, your best guide, your best critic, your best mentor. You can take all the good things from wherever you want. But remember, the world of influence is about rejecting the bad things, keeping it away, and ensuring that your ecosystem is sane. That has only become all the more difficult in recent months. And I hope that the coming years will make it simpler and saner for all of us. Thank you for watching this video.